Here is week 2 on how to live courageously. And today we are going to be talking about confidence. So if you're kind of jumping in the middle, for the next 3 weeks, well, really last week, this week, and next week, I'm teaching you guys how to live courageously. I talk a lot about all these different things that you can do to help you live more courageously through all these episodes that I've had so far, but I kind of wanted to boil this down into a 3-step guide. So it's very easy, very understandable. So it's been a goal of mine to make this clear. And the more that I've worked on myself and the more that I've worked on my podcast and the message I want to share, I was able to formulate a 3-step process to live a more courageous life. And over the next 3 weeks, I will be diving deep into each step, and this is week 2. So if you missed week 1, you need to go back and hit clarity because that was week 1. Today is week 2, which is confidence. And then week 3 will be take action. So to give you a slight refresher, clarity, you need to take some time and really make everything clear in your mind about what you want to do, where you want to be, where you want to go. So now you need the confidence to do that, right? You've figured out what it is that you want, and now you need the confidence to actually go and get it. So I'm going to give you my 3 tips on how to gain confidence to step out into your courageous life. So number 1 is determine what you will gain or how you will benefit from this goal you've accomplished. So I'm going to use myself as an example so that we can really get really clear on all of this. So for me, I was in that toxic relationship, of course, and I just really wanted to live a happier life. I was always worried all the time. I was being lied to constantly, so I didn't know what was true versus what was not. And I was being controlled in all aspects of my life, so I really wanted to take control of my life. I wanted to see my family more often. I wanted to make my own decisions. I was always constantly being told what to do, so I really wanted to make my own decisions. And I wanted to try new things without judgment. There were so many things that I wanted to try during that relationship, and I was always told no, or that I was stupid, or a basic white girl, that I wasn't able to do these things. So I just wanted to try something new and just get away from negativity. That was what I was going to gain, and that's what I was going to benefit out of leaving the situation that I was in. So the first thing, you need to determine what you'll gain from this and how you will benefit from it, because that's going to give you confidence to be like, okay, you're in the middle of it, you're trying to go for this goal, but then you're like, I don't really know, like, what am I going to get from this? Like, what am I going to do? Another example that I could give, I talked about this a little bit earlier, in my earlier episodes, and it was about me trying out design build. I was having a struggle about what I should do, whether I should do it or not do it. I was afraid of the fact that it was all grad students. I was afraid that I was dumb and didn't know as much as them. I was afraid that I wasn't able to keep up. I had a lot of fear. I had to determine what I was going to gain out of that situation and what was going to benefit me, because if I didn't have those, then I probably wouldn't have done it, right? So the benefit for me in that situation would be I would learn so much. I would hopefully gain some new friends. I would have a whole structure that I helped design and build. I was able to work with nonprofits, which is something I'm very passionate about. And I just had all these benefits lined up. And then when I took the step to actually do it, I kept reminding myself, I was like, look, these are all the things you're going to gain out of this. You can do it. You can do it. Don't step back. Don't step out. You can do it. My second tip is to set goals. Once you have set some goals, you now have something more to live for and will be less tempted to fall into the temptation to go back or to quit. Having clear goals can make all the difference in living more courageously because you have true steps to climb towards your goal. So for me, let's talk about the relationship, right? I had goals of being happier. I had goals of making my own decisions. And I had to then find resources to help me reach those goals. Finding all of these different things that you need in order to achieve them is another thing that's really going to help you excel in gaining more confidence. And my third tip to getting more confidence to step out into your courageous life is to determine your why. Whether you're in an existing bad relationship, overcoming an addiction, stepping out of your comfort zone to learn something new, you have to know why you are doing these things. It can be completely detrimental to the process if you don't have a clear end goal in mind. Maybe let's use pageantry for an example. It's very scary to go up on stage, to go into an interview, or anything that really pageantry has to offer. It can be very fearful and something that you're scared of. And if you have a why in mind, so my why is to be able to share this message that I have about how you can overcome obstacles in your life and break through barriers. When you're scared or you're fearful of what might happen on stage or what might happen in the interview, you always have that why to go back to. You're like, I'm doing this for more than myself. So you can do it. You got this. Keep going. Just to recap, you have to have confidence after you've gained your clarity on what you want to do. Number 1 was to determine what you'll gain. 2, set goals. And 3, determine your why. Stay tuned because next week we will be taking all of what we learned about clarity, about confidence, and we're going to put it into action through the take action step to live a more courageous life.